Because the thing is, if we screen record, we're not going to finish the essay in one day, right? So then if there's like,
Bro,
yes,
I'm
so
gonna
then,
post them on YouTube and be like, here, you can watch this YouTube video, and then I'm gonna delete them.
because then she's going to be like, why is there breaks? And
Just say you just don't trust your students. Just say that. Just say you don't trust them.
I mean, I can't. The
Did
professor
you
don't
get
believe
practice?
me.
No, but I'm like getting mad hearing everybody. Yes. Yeah, now I'm scared about it. I'm on a major assignment. Yeah, no, I'm telling you.
Cause I
Bro deleted the grammar extension. Yeah, that's how bad it is. Really? Yeah, I'm not doing all this.
I bet you she would even flag like using Google AI if you looked up synonym for. Yeah.
That's what I was doing for my whole like reflection paragraph.
Sorry, I don't want to sound repetitive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, she
Person could have plagiarized work, like you know what I mean? Like literally, like you could have AI generate. We all know you could type out something generated by AI and then transcribe it. So it's not going to prove what you're trying to get it to prove. And that's the other thing is like think about like if you have a concern, which it sounds like you guys have some really valid concerns. If you've done work that's not getting looked at, and I hear what you're saying. But let's maybe strategize a way for it to work for you. I don't think that doing that is going to be the proof that you're going to. That's going to serve you. You know, when you work, do you work in Word or do you work in Google Docs? Google Docs. Okay, so the professors and teachers, we have access to a system, an app called Risk. I'm sure you've seen it pop up on a thing, and it's not like a secret, but we can actually go back in your work. Teachers can go back into your work in real time and see it get produced in real time. So it's kind of Big Brother, right? Like, but and we don't like always because that's just a huge time suck. It's only if we have concerns, or we could go back into the history and stare at it being made. So it's the same exact thing as if you were typing.
See, that's what I had.
Professor is using
2%.
then she would have access to that. It's really an easy ask. What's kind of crazy is like she gave this feedback to me yesterday morning, and I hadn't seen it till now. And then she made the revision to do tonight, which is like kind of I don't know. To me, that seems like a little short. I don't know if anyone else had a different deadline. I have the same thing. It's the same deadline. Does the syllabus say that like if you because I heard the syllabus says that if you get flagged once, you get flagged again, then you can't revise. It's the only time you can revise. Like you get flagged another.
Bro, we're living in a dictatorship. Oh, there. Let me show you my notes.
How many of you have to review your papers right now? How many of you have to review papers? 2,
Should I just raise my hand?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of you. And these were due on Sunday, right? Saturday. They were due on last Saturday, right? Sunday. And then you were given feedback on Monday, Tuesday, and it's due tonight. And then is that the final deadline, or is there a little bit of additional? Okay. Is this the assignment that's worth 2 points? 1 point. Yeah, I understand the 1 point is a lot of questions.
Yeah, I did the math and I put like everything in my like historically like bad places. Like just like I'm thinking like it's kind of like historical corrupt places. Where's my notas?
Okay, and has anyone reached out to her? I sent her my rewritten one already. I did it last night. She said,
Wow.
I know.
She didn't really believe me, but that she accepted the rewritten work. Did your other one get flagged for a long, for what was the percentage on AI use?
This is the end time.
100.
This is the end time.
Oh yeah.
I had the same thing as Isabella, where it said 0% similarity, but then she told me 100%.
Oh,
And
that
I have,
happened to me
my
too.
notes written down, so I'll figure out all that stuff. Okay, yeah, okay.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna start handwriting this.
Bro, this is the anti. This is the dictatorship.
Yeah.
I'm so nervous. I'm gonna have to take her down. That's my like response to it.
Should be able to tell this. Yeah. Still the stuff that she used to turn it in. And the turn ins don't match with, like, it looks like she's only gonna use it.
She's putting that
Let me
job through
ask
Gemini.
you, when you're, at any time, do you copy and paste anything from like the prompt anywhere? Is that getting reused? Have you done any of that?
AI checkers is
Well,
wrong
the-
a lot of times.
The way she had us submit it, this one was a text box, so we had to copy our work from another place and put it in the text box. Okay, so now let me ask you this, the work that you created, you made it in Google Doc form and then moved it over? So did you copy and paste, I'm trying to like figure out what's going on. Did you happen to copy and paste any of the prompt into your Google Doc that you then answered before you copied over? Yeah. Okay, so,
Wait, I didn't do that.
what might be happening, and, I'm not sure if it's happening, but, it's possible. And again, I'm not saying that the teacher did, I do not know, but I have heard that sometimes this has been done by a professor in the past, that they embed a kind of a fail-safe, like a particular word that if it pops back up that you can't really see, it's like embedded. And it's to deter AI use, not necessarily to try to
Doesn't work
incriminate
because
people, not
the
to
city
incriminate anyone else.
is
Doesn't
in
mean that
dark
it doesn't
mode,
actually
so
do
you
that.
can see the white.
But they might embed a word that would just you cannot see, but it shows up. Like the computer will be able to see it because it's all in white font or whatever. And if that word then gets utilized, or if that is, if like the work that's produced echoes that element. Like for instance, let's say the word
Okay,
Napoleon
it
was
like I
was
just put
embedded
some
in.
random
And it's not about Napoleon, but there's something from the work that showcases that might be influence, that you might be talking somehow about within that context. That could be the flag. And I wonder if there's something that's been embedded in because of the copy paste that is triggering it. So, yeah.
Another thought, because I did a little bit of my own research on this, and specifically Turnitin, which is what she's been using. The way that it checks for AI is it doesn't, because it can't tell whether a person or a computer wrote it. There's no way of checking that. What it looks for is similarities between how a ChatGPT or like that type of model would write something, and then if you wrote it similar to how it would write something, then it flags it. So
Yeah.
I guess if you're a good writer, then you're fine.
Well, there's certain ways, like there's certain, yeah, maybe. There's certain like frames that ChatGPT uses. Like it's easy for, usually it's pretty easy for a teacher to spot it, you know, when you're using it carelessly anyway. If you're using it like really covertly, you know. So a couple things that you might want to do is, I think it would be worthwhile. I can reach out to the coordinator of that and just say that this is a recurring issue, so that way it's on their radar. We're running into it. I'll let Ms. Eichner know, because if it's something that is unique to this professor, we may or may not be able to fix it this semester, which we understand. Then you guys be careful what you copy paste from one thing to the next. It might be better for you sometimes to just straight transcribe, you know, a small prompt. Maybe that will fix the situation. Because there might be things that she doesn't even realize are happening, you know, and then now she thinks you're plagiarizing or something. Yeah.
I know it's directly I don't think anyone else is that like rocket flag. I look at flags at all.
Oh.
Wait, no, I wasn't flagged either, but I copied and pasted, so I don't think that's what it
I
was.
directly
I
typed it
just,
in.
yeah, I just like, okay, I do not use AI at all on my thing. And I just put it in some like 2 or 3 random AI detectors, and one of them flagged it as like 89% AI, one of them flagged it as 50, so she's 100% using something else. Cause there's no way like that's actually so bad.
Okay, so I'll bring this up, And I mean, I think it's, what you can do is like what Olivia's doing, she has the notes that she took and she has some things to, makes sense. I understand now. Thank you guys for clarifying, why you're trying to create that like evidence trail. I get that. If you have that, if it becomes problematic over time, I mean, if we're gonna end up worrying about 1 or 2 percentage points, it doesn't matter, and A is an A, you know, in the long run, but when it gets into a dangerous zone, that's where we should be concerned. But I'll bring this up too. I'd love to see if we can, if it might be nice for you to, have any of you reached out and actually had a conversation with her, attended office hours? How did that go?
It went well, but I don't think whatever she uses to check is accurate because she flagged me for plagiarism and he said that the quote I used wasn't in the chapter she gave us, but it was. And the AI checker she used said that my quote from her chapters was from Little Red Riding Hood. She flagged me for plagiarizing.
Okay, and did you point that out to her in a respectful way?
Yes, I always.
Because I mean, that's something that like,
I was very respectful in my email. I always am when I have issues with teachers because.
Yeah. You need to get what you want, you need to be respectful, yeah.
But I don't think what she uses is accurate because if she marks me as plagiarizing from Little Red Riding Hood, how does, like, that just doesn't feel fair.
Yeah, did you show
With
her where it
story?
came from in the
Huh?
chapter?
The story?
You can look through
Yeah.
my
I mean,
email.
I'm not saying I don't believe you, I get, like, I trust you guys, I just wanna make sure
It
like
seems like
you're.
AI is grading the work,
you know.
bro.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just like putting that out there because
Yeah.
I don't think what she's using is accurate
Okay.
and she doesn't
But you can
really
drag
look
quotes, right?
into
Yeah.
it
I guess
either,
not.
for sure if she still marks me as
Wait, so who used direct quotes in their thing? Because
I did.
I did it.
Alright.
I paraphrased everything.
I paraphrased.
So did I.
I think,
Well,
And I directly
probably
typed it.
best.
I use it
Um,
for quotes in summary.
I know we
Yeah,
don't have a
like
ton of
some
time
quotes, right?
today,
Yeah.
and so what I'll do is, it would be good for you to document and log. This is just something that you do
Well, you said
anyway in like a
don't-
work
you're
situation
using
when
direct
something
quotes?
occurs to
Yes.
note it.
no,
If I
when
have
you're
an
writing a
uncomfortable
summary,
interaction with
you
a
want to
student, like, I
paraphrase the
note it so that
information.
way
But
I
if
know
there's
the
a
date,
part
I
that's
know
like
the
really important,
situation,
you can be
and I can
like,
call back to it, right?
oh,
So,
she specifically emphasizes quote
students,
creativity,
take a
reasoning,
moment
whatever.
to
You can put
be
that
really
in quotes.
clear on the situation, and
But
then
everything
next
else
week
But
when
most
we
of it,
have
you
more
want to
time,
paraphrase the
I
main
will
idea.
have you log it, and I want you to be as objective as you can. Not saying like, I don't think this is fair or whatever, but say, here's the flag, here's the percentage, here is the text, this is what happened, and then like this is the discrepancy. So that way it's even, and then if we have a lot of those, that will create a pattern and it'll be easy to defend like a whole grade sheet. All right, does that sound fair? All right, and in the meantime,
But when you
feel
read
free to
the
reach
rest of
out to
it
your
without
professor
finding
directly,
it,
right? She's your professor,
I have
so
to keep reading.
I'm
to
not,
understand
she's
it.
not gonna
Very
like it if I do
It's
it.
like my responsibility.
She will like it
for-
better if you do it.
I'm responsible to say that.
And
for
so I'll
finding out
reserve
things,
it
and was very hard to
for when you read it. That's when I will really step in, but I will reach out to Ms. Eichner and let her know that you guys running issues, and I'll talk to the liaison too.
This is the Antarctic road. I fear we may be moving in dictatorship.
I lowered my.
I'm sorry to be rewriting.
Me too. Wow.
She couldn't even have to give me like half a point for me.
No, she even told us it's fake.
Getting used to all of them.
In college, we're gonna see a lot of professors do in class and paper essays.
I'd rather do that than get
Yeah.
accused.
I do that.
Yeah,
I do
me
that
too.
shit in my own
But they're asking us to put 7 pages. Yes, just right now.
Raise your hand if you were flagged, just so I can note that number and communicate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I got 11. Thank you.
11 out of 120?
That's more
50% of the class. Anyway, I'm just going on.
Yes. Universal conference, did you add like more than one sentence?
I feel like a few of them. They don't have to. There you go.
You know what?
Here's the thing, when you publish, it's a put it in your window. When you cite it,
Yeah.
well, when you cite it, but like when you introduce your entire.
No, no, no.
Oh, okay.
Let's pause for a second. Actually, this is a really good moment to talk about this situation. So I was talking to, since class is really anyway. I was talking to a teacher friend who was just dropped her homeowner insurance, she was dropped from her homeowner insurance. And, she said that, the insurance, agency said that they, according to like they have AI and analyze the roof of the house using satellite. So satellite images, those images are dropped in, through like their AI programming. The AI assesses whether or not there's damage. And because they claimed there was a lot of damage on her roof, they dropped it. Her house is nearly brand new and her roof is 4 years old. She's never had any issues. Her roof is perfect. So she contacted them and they said that their AI is nearly 100% accurate and so she must be wrong. And she said she was not wrong. And what can she do to like move it forward, right? What evidence do you need? She asked if someone from that insurance company, AAA, if someone from their insurance company would come out and send out someone to reassess the roof. And they said, no, they wouldn't do that. Because they don't have like an infrastructure for it. They wouldn't do it. And then she said, okay, what about if I hire a person to come out, take photos, inspect the roof? And they said, no, you can't do that. And then they said that if she sends in photos that the roof is done, that the sections of the roof are, look good, then they'll process that and reconsider. And she said, are you telling me I need to go onto my roof to do that? And she's someone who like shouldn't be climbing. And, they said, no, we're not telling you that you need to go on your roof. But if the photos are sent to us, we'll then process it. So it was interesting because she was told that she couldn't get somebody professional to do it, but the photos should be there. And the only person who would really be able to take those photos is her, but they couldn't tell her to do it because that's also a breach of like, if she were to get injured, like just a person, yeah. So she, was in a situation where like, she was really screwed, right? And so, her partner went onto the roof, took a bunch of photos, and then they fought it, and finally she got reinstated. But if anything had happened in between the time to her house at all, she would not have been covered. Or if she was someone who didn't advocate for herself, or if she was someone who couldn't read the email, or didn't feel confident to read the email in English, she would not have had that. If she didn't talk to somebody and argue and had no problem arguing back and defending it, she would have just been brought. And so the issue that you are running into sounds like an issue that we will continue to run into. So it's something to be mindful of and then to communicate. And you're not, if you know you did the work, you need to do your due diligence too. It's really unsettling to think about that, especially when it comes to like healthcare too. you know? And now like using AI bots to like serve underserved communities. And so if underserved communities are being represented that way and not necessarily getting all of what they need, like that would be really, really problematic. So it's pretty scary. Anyway, thank you guys for bringing it to my attention. And I think it's something we're gonna see a lot more and that could be really problematic for us. We should try to figure out how to do our part. Get representation, correct? Or- All right, we're nearly finished. Go ahead and turn in your Chromebooks, plug them back in. And again, I'm gonna turn that in. And if you remind me on Wednesday, I'll set up that.
Yeah, because she's talking total beat.
Oh my gosh, Candace. You need some.
Alright, so
No.
you know what? There's no point in doing this story if you know you didn't use it. Like, let's freaking use it.
The thing is that if even if I defend myself, she doesn't believe me.
Just take a shit in notes. That's like the only thing that you can do. It's just like take notes.
Yeah.
Take notes. She's still gonna be like,
Look, I can show you the email.
like, she really thinks she knows how
They
to
literally
do
complain to
computers.
Eric.
She said, "I'll take your word just this time."
Just this time. Gotcha. I can go tell your boss.
Yes.
Complain to the office.
But I take notes and I use those to like write my stuff. So I have a picture of my notes and I also have like the exact chapter and quotes like highlighted and I just so it was easy. I just like sorry.
And she
But I can tell
It'll be
that
done today, my child.
he didn't look into the chapters and he didn't look into the
Someone left it.
I guess. She said in her comment that she
either she's using another AI,
No,
platform,
she is.
but she claims here that she's using Turnitin. So like.